Hello, welcome back to Whispering Fog. We played this yesterday and we collected all the secret items, but we didn't get all of the endings because they were just too strange to find. Um, but the good news is I have now got all of them, and I'm going to go through in this video each one. Why not? So just to show that I've got them all, there we go. So we've got all 5 secrets, which were all shown in the original video. And we now have all 4 of the endings. So the endings are what we're going to cover in this video. So if you need to know where the secrets are, please refer back to the previous video because I won't go over that again in this video. I may go back and highlight those in timestamps perhaps. But for now, yeah, this video, it's just going to be going over the secret endings. Now, I'll explain how I actually did this. I didn't end up Googling it. I didn't look up any videos. I looked at the Steam image of the achievements associated with each ending, because each one of them sort of gave a subtle hint, I believed, to where to unlock that ending. So the first ending showed a picture of the car. The second showed a picture of the hand on the window. So after you've been on the radio, listening to radio, you get a knock on the window, you look across, and the hand moves away from the window. So there's a picture of that hand. The last one was a bit more confusing, though. It was a picture of the door of the cabin from inside. So I'll explain each one and how I came to that conclusion as we go through. So shall we go through the default ending? Yes, we'll do that. We'll go through the last chapter just to get the default ending, just as a refresher. It shouldn't take too long. It should only take a couple of minutes, most likely. Get back to the cabin, go through the usual, just as a refresher for the default ending. Okay, so we are now back in the cabin. Journal entry. We've been through all of this, so I'm not going to pay much attention to any of the text or anything like that. We'll just rush through this, so we'll see all 4 endings in one video. Okay, so we have the noise under the bed. Check under the bed, and we get the jump scare from the window. There's that one. Looks like my friend has arrived. Not sure what to do with this bit again. I think we just have to wait for the knocking to start, don't we? But we can't leave. Right, the knocking has started. It's still quite creepy, actually. The knocking is still atmospheric and very freaky. There we go. So we get pummeled to death in the default ending. Game over. Rest in peace. Pieces. Not a very nice ending, put it that way. We're going to have a bit of a mixture of other endings, though, so be prepared.
Good morning, everybody. The fog is finally lifted, the forest trails are clear, and the rivers are running steady. Temperatures are mild today, and wildlife seems to be enjoying the weather. For those planning a hike, everything seems peaceful. As always,
This voice
all
is
hikers
strange.
should check in with the ranger station before venturing out. And remember, even on the clearest days, the forest can still surprise you.
See that inflection of the voice as it goes deeper and deeper. It's a really strange way to end it, that is. So it sort of shows that the voice on the radio might not be quite human. Right, so that's the default ending. So we're okay with that one. That's what most people will generally get just playing through the game normally. So the chapters to get these endings on are 2, 3, and 4 for the secret endings. We'll start with chapter 2. which is probably the quickest one to get. This one doesn't take long at all. So what I'll do, I'll pop somewhere up here, somewhere a bit further out. I'm not sure. It's going to be around there somewhere. An image of the Steam achievement picture, and you'll see on this one it'll be the car. So I thought, okay, well, it's something to do with the car. It took me a couple of attempts to figure this one out, but if we head out, as we walk up this bank, we'll hear footsteps to the left in the forest. We'll wait for that. There we go. Hopefully you will have heard that. It took me a couple of attempts to figure out what was going on to realise that I had to do that, because I kept on trying to get to the car straight away, and I thought, oh, not much is happening. You have to go and trigger those footsteps, then come back to the car. You see, you can now activate the door. Car, leave. So we'll do that. After hearing some rustling from the woods, you did the smart thing and chose to leave immediately. Solitude is overrated. From this point on, it would be nicer to stay in the city, in civilization. So basically, we did a runner. Straight in the car and off. And obviously that's our art. So we've kind of left the creature behind there. Found secret ending, survival, instinct. 2 of 4. So that's ending number 2. The third ending is in chapter 3, The Appearance. What's this one called again? I can't remember what this one's called. We'll find out in a minute. I've got the other two mixed up. Right, so if you remember that hand that appears in that window right there, what do we have to do first to trigger that? I can't quite remember. Okay, so we need to do this first, but we need to go to the laptop, try and fix it. It's the title, something to do with bravery. I can't quite remember what it's called. It's unfear. My mind is drawing an absolute blank, so I do apologise for that. But this is the next ending anyway, and we'll see what it's called when we get to it. So attempt to fix the laptop, which obviously fails. Unafraid. That's the one. Unafraid. That's the name of this ending. So I did notice on the video that I'd uploaded, you can't quite see the shape of the creature on this section here as we come back down. You can see it quite clearly in the main game, but where the banding is, where the YouTube processing must have altered it, you can't see it because of the banding. I'll see if I can make any adjustments on this video so you can actually see the shape of it. So I'll see if I can up the quality or something. It's going to be a shorter video. I might be able to do that. We'll see if that comes out in this video. Apologies if not. There's not a lot I can do about it if YouTube are just completely blasting the quality of the video. But you can certainly see the shape right there in the middle. Looks like Treebeard. I mean, that's quite a clear shot of it. Quite creepy. But the closer we get, he disappears. But back to the ending. Let's get back there. So we have one more step to do, which is write in the diary. Yeah, return to the cabin. This is probably the one I worked out the easiest. It didn't take much on this one. Feels cold. Oh, got to tend to the fire first. We just have to get to the point where that hand in the window is triggered. So, see, did you hear that knock on the door? Knock on a window somewhere? That's not the one we're after, though. Because you'll find, if you go out yet, the whole point is when that hand appears in the window, you go outside, go around the back of the house. If you go now, it doesn't work. You have to wait until you've done the journal. Radio starts.
Pine Valley Trail called in earlier.
Listen for the knock.
What looked like a very tall man standing still in the trees, just off trail. No details beyond that. Just standing. When he
There's the
looked back a
knock.
second time, the man was gone.
There's the hand.
Maybe just the fog playing tricks again. But still, that sounds creepy.
Right. Now we can go outside. So I will have put the picture of the achievement up on the screen again, just like I did the first time, just so you can see why my brain sort of figured out that that was the spot. And here we are. This is the next ending, Unafraid. This one's funky. It's having a bit of a boogie. And to make it even weirder, somehow you became best friends with the creature in the woods. He went on to teach you about how to live off the land. You both spent the majority of days haunting the various campers and visitors of the forest. It was great. Odd? Just a bit. And there we are, kind of sneaking around the forest with our brand new friend. So, for a fun take on the outcome, I'm all with that. So, Unafraid, secret ending 3 of 4. Now, this one was awful to find. It took me forever. Absolutely forever. After I recorded the video, I must have been 2.5, 3 hours carried on playing the game, just trying to find it, trying to find it. The image on the achievement was the front door from that view, exactly like that, which I'll show it in a box up on the screen somewhere in that sort of rough direction. So I thought, well, what does that mean? What on earth could that be about? I tried all sorts of things. I tried, because it was Nope, isn't it? It's called Nope. The achievement. No, that was the first one. Um, Again, the name of it's blanking on me, so I'll ignore that for now. But yeah, I carried on looking at all sorts, hanging around. What you have to do is not a lot. Seriously, literally, not a lot. You don't have to fix the water. All you have to do, pick up the toolbox, and I don't even think you have to stand over here, but I do, or I did on the first attempt. After running around for 2 hours trying to find this ending, I got a bit fed up. And at one point, I just thought, I reloaded the level numerous times, just trying to, the chapter to try and figure out what it was. And I left it in a state where I picked up the toolbox. And I was just kind of fed up, and I just left it there. And I went to get a drink. Went to the kitchen, came back, and the ending had triggered. Thought, huh, how strange. So I sort of retraced my steps, and eventually I figured out, pick up the toolbox, and I stand here anyway, just so it matches the achievement picture. And all you have to do is wait. So twiddle your thumbs, pick up a guitar, play a couple of riffs. It only takes about 1 minute, if that. It might even be less than that. I didn't actually time it. But all you do is pick up that toolbox, wait. You might even be able to do it in a different room. You might be able to do it looking at a back window. You might be able to do it looking at the toilet. Who knows? Um, but this, exactly right here, is how you unlock the last ending. So we'll just give it a few more seconds, and I'm sure it won't be too long. I'll waffle on about absolute nonsense in the meantime. Um, but I've actually had fun trying to find all these endings. It's been great, and I'm really happy with myself that I've managed to find them without looking them up. This one, again, was pretty much by chance. Here we are. You decided to stay in the cabin for as long as you could, no matter what. It's better than whatever's out there. After enough time stranded in the cabin, the fog finally lifted, and you finally stepped outside again. Here we are, another little cutscene. Daytime, no fog. We have a helicopter. You found the secret ending. Nope. Oh, this is nope. Okay. 4 of 4. So that's it. That is how to unlock all of the different endings on Whispering Fog. So again, survival instinct. That was the first one. So survival instinct, you get into the car. Unafraid, go around the back of the house. And nope, pick up the toolkit. You do have to pick up the toolkit. Because I tried it once after I discovered, just to see if it was anything to do with the toolkit. And I tried it without picking up the toolkit and it doesn't work. You have to pick up the toolkit and then just stand around. And it's fine. You're done. So yeah, there we go. So that's a rough guide on how to get all of the different endings if you struggle to find them. It's taken me hours and hours of trying to find these to actually get them. But I've done that, so you don't have to. You can just refer to this and off you go. You're absolutely fine. So yeah, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed this game. Actually, it's not been bad at all for a quick little horror game. I've enjoyed myself, and I've had real fun trying to get those endings. So if that's been helpful to you, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if it's been useful to people. I will link it to the original video, and I'll link the original video to this as well, so everybody knows that there's a second video now out. And I much appreciate everybody joining me for this one and the first part. And I will be back with another video sometime soon. So please like and subscribe. Like I say, give us a comment, let us know what you thought. So thank you very much, and bye bye.